everybody who's normally here? Nobody bugged out? All right. Even though it's Sunday? Okay, good.
There are no days.
There are no days. That's right. Yeah, there's no days off, for sure. Well, I'll just say this. First, it was good to see our guys go out there in 4 quarters and put some points on the board. And really come out of the second half, we kind of have a 0-0 mindset. Whether we're winning, we're losing, or who we're playing, it doesn't matter. And we talked about that at halftime, just that mindset coming out. I thought the defense did. I still think the offense sputtered in the second half when we had a chance to, go really make a statement and get the ball in our hands and go down there and score. And we just had a few self-inflicted penalties that slowed us down, and then we didn't execute as well as we know we're capable of doing. So that was really one of the drawbacks there. Overall in the game, though, number one, we got a kickoff return, and you guys probably know the last time we had that, which is a long time ago. I don't even remember. When was it?
Not counting an onside kick. Get an onside kick.
Yeah, that one. I won't count that one. Okay. So, yeah, it's a long time. And John Hightower, Coach Ridd, putting together a scheme on that, which was good to see. And we finally got one for the first score. We'll take it at any score, but we got it on the first opportunity and got a chance to put one in the end zone, which was good. So we had game-changing special teams happen finally. And that's good. And that's something that, we've talked about and we've been working on, and we'll continue. And then I thought defensively, we knew the quarterback for Portland State. That guy is slippery. You guys saw him. He is tough. And I got a lot of respect for that kid, just watching him play. And he ended up on our sideline quite a bit, and you could just see, he's trying to do everything and make plays out there, and he certainly could. But we settled down. We had that one explosive play. They scored on that drive, and we got that handle. So defense settled in and did a really good job. And then offensively, I think more consistency. We were better, I believe, in the red zone. We scored, so we had a chance to put some points on the board, which was good. And then we got some guys in the game that haven't played much, which, we were hoping at some point during the season we could get some guys in. That means you're winning the game and you have an opportunity to play some guys that deserve to play. And we got a chance to do that tonight. We had guys that started the game when we had Ezra Cleveland out. So we had Garrett Curran in there. We had Kekani Gonzalez, who came in and played, which we felt like he's been practicing really well, and it was his opportunity to go out there and start in this game. See a couple other receivers. Steph Cobbs had a touchdown tonight, and that was good. And then Chase Cord, got a chance to really kind of get him in the game and let him play. And Chase Cord is a good football player. You guys saw that tonight. And Chase Cord manages the game well and makes good decisions out there. So just getting him in the mix, that's also a positive for our team. But a lot of guys got a chance to play. They were excited. They were excited in the locker room. Now, after this game ends, we don't have a whole lot of time. We'll flip the script pretty quickly with a short week and get right onto Air Force and ready for that game. So questions?
Just to clarify, I mean, when you put Chase in the second half, was that by plan, or is Hank okay?
Hank is perfectly fine. There is no controversy whatsoever. And I wanted, I was going to even just put that out there, right? I'll just end it right now. No, I wanted to see Chase. We had a chance, and Hank could have went and played some more. I really wanted to see Chase play tonight. And I think Chase has deserved that opportunity. Feel really good about him. And he dropped that dime for a touchdown, and that was a great throw. And he made some good decisions on a few shot plays and checked it down and got us out of some bad plays. So it was good to get him in there and give him his opportunity. But, no, Hank's fine. Chase is fine. The situation, that we've been playing with, that hasn't changed whatsoever. It's just it was time to get him in the game. And I think really whether we were tied up or not, doesn't matter. I wanted to see Chase play today. And, he's coming off that injury. He's put the work in. And I thought tonight one of the most exciting plays for me to watch was when he pulled it down on a third down and took off and ran. And that's where the injury occurred, just kind of in the open field, and it happened at practice. But he took off and ran, and he was back to playing the game. And he was making guys miss. He got tackled. He got down. And to me, that was really a big moment just to let him go out there and operate that and do it that way. So that was good.
ESPN has better stats than us sometimes. They came out today, said Hank's been hit the most of any quarterback in the country, and that continued tonight. And I know you've talked about there's obviously a fine line there, but
there's not somebody else who's been hit more than him?
No.
Really?
So, I mean, is this becoming a concern at all for you? I mean, obviously you got the targeting on him tonight as well, where he took a pretty big shot there. So, becoming a concern for you?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a concern for me, and it's been a conversation that's been had with the guys that are actually up front blocking for him as well. And the combination of our quarterback, getting the ball out of his hands. It's never just one thing, right? It's a protection issue. It's getting the ball out of your hands. It's getting it to your quickest throw. I mean, when you have pressure, there's a pressure answer, and that's where you're supposed to go. And if you hang on for the long ball, then at some point they're going to get to you, right? It's just kind of – so it's a combination of all those things. But, yeah, that absolutely and just adds to the fire when I hear the stat now that ESPN came up with. I'm not even going to ask, and I'm not even going to check it. I'm just going to take their word for it, because regardless of it, I mean, we don't want our guys back there getting hit, but also the quarterbacks have to be able to protect themselves, and they should be able to by getting the ball out or changing the protection. And then the guys up front, they got to be able to do a better job. So to me, it's everybody working together, and right now we're not working together very well.
I mean, I feel like there's got to be an option quarterback out there that's been hit more, but anyways.
That was the first thing I thought, because they carry the ball more. But maybe they don't count the runs, they count the sacks and the dropbacks, right? That's what I'm thinking.
Speaking of hitting quarterbacks, though, Curtis Weaver tied a school record with 4 sacks, and I mean,
Chris Wing's record.
Yeah, I mean,
shout out to Chris Wing.
He's doing stuff that hasn't been done in the FBS era.
Yeah. Well, Curtis he's a really good pass rusher. He's a really good player, and he usually gets double teamed, doubled by the O-line one way or another, chipped by a back. And when he gets – now, at some point, you can't do that all the time, because we move him around. You can't always do that. You got to get the back out. You got to do something, right? If you keep doing those same things, then other guys are going to get there. We have other pressures that we can bring. But when he gets one-on-one, he's going to make a play. And tonight we got ahead. They had to throw. I think you can kind of pin your ears back and go play ball and rush the passer in that situation. He did that. He got there a couple times. I got a chance to see him. He was there fast. When he gets off the ball, that's one of the things that Curtis has developed. He's got a really good, almost an elite first step when he comes off the ball, and he's able to just cut it loose, and there's nobody there to chip him or do whatever. And he gets that one-on-one matchup. He's pretty good, and he was tonight. I didn't know he had all 4 of them. I heard that at the end of the game, but hope that continues.
Obviously, a lot of talk about the second half performance of the defense, and obviously did it again tonight. How much is it now becoming like a thing where once they get in that second half that they want to keep this thing going as long as they can? And obviously, I think only 64 yards again tonight.
Yeah, they want to. We haven't talked about it, so it's not a thing yet. It's not one of those where I don't think we've addressed it like that. It's just been for the whole team, how do we come out in the second half and play better? The defense, I thought, again, was ready to play in the second half. I thought the offense, we were coming out with the ball, and like I said, we had the penalties and things like that. We didn't do that. So we're not a total second half team yet. That's really what we want to be. We'd like to be that type of team, that we're a second half team together. But right now the defense is playing well, great. Keep that mojo going. Coaches are making great adjustments. The guys, I think, are feeling confident about whatever we do in the first half. We can make adjustments and get ready for the second half. I also know we've been challenging our defense and everybody else to start faster too, and not just make it a quarter, 3-quarter game. Make it a 4-quarter game and still do well in the second half and come out and play like we've done.
Regarding Chase, how obviously you picked Hank to be the starting quarterback, and they were in a competition and stuff. How have you seen him kind of handle it and respond? CT said that he kind of took it really well, but what have you seen from him these last couple weeks?
Yeah, well, he's been very like a great teammate. I mean, you want to call it professional. It's not if I use professional, but he's been a great teammate about it. I'll just say this: anybody here in a backup role, they understand their role, but I don't think anybody on this team is good with it. And that's not a bad thing. I hope guys are like that. If there's anybody on this team that's like, I'm great just getting, a few plays in there. Or if I have to go in, I'll be ready. But that's not him. He's still in practice. He goes hard. In meetings, he's one of the first guys in there. And he still has a lot of leadership qualities that are very valuable to our team. And you saw it on display tonight. He's very calm, does a great job out there. He and Hank have worked well. They've been taking the most reps in practice. Again, Jalen got a chance to get out there and play a little bit, and Jalen's a guy that, probably will play more at some point too. I mean, we got 3 guys that are capable of playing. Hank's the starter. Chase has been in his role, and whatever that is, we're asking him to star in it, and he's done that. Tonight he got a chance to play more, and I know that probably just makes him even more hungry to want to get out there and play, which, awesome. That's how we want our guys to feel, because you never know. You got to have yourself ready. And we utilized him in a package where it didn't matter if Hank's the starter or not. He was going to come out there and he was going to play, and he got a chance, and he punched it in the end zone and scored. And, so we got Chase in the game. So regardless of what happened, he was still going to play, and he did tonight.
How unique is John Hightower's ability just to hit another gear? I mean, even on his kickoff return, that guy could have had an angle on him, but I don't know if there was an angle he could have taken.
John's really fast. Did you see the video that our guys put out where he disappeared? That wasn't special effects. That was actually John Hightower disappearing because he's so fast. He's an elite speed guy. He really is. I mean, you just watch him out there. He's an elite speed guy. There's guys in this in college football and that can run like that. Guys in the NFL that can run. A few guys can run like that. He's got elite speed, and it showed up. And I think somebody chasing him, and he has that much space, regardless of what they've got to. He'll find another gear. He found a gear tonight. He could find another gear. He always seems to do that, based off kind of who's coming after him or the ball in the air. If he's got to go get it, he can go shift gears and go get it. So yeah, he's got elite speed.
One of my favorite parts about watching athletics in general is just when you get to see somebody's just pure joy. Tonight, you saw that with Steph Cobbs. I mean, he forgets his helmet on the sideline. For a coach, what was it like watching that for you?
Well, I didn't know who it was at first because we were putting guys in. So as we're rotating guys, some of those backup players, they're going to go play X, Y, Z, whatever, right? And he got a chance. We called a play that he was in on. In the right place at the right time, and he took advantage of it, which is, he's done that in practice now. He's run that play before. But to catch it, do it in the game, and you're right, I mean, just run out there. I saw his helmet come off, and I saw him run the other way, and I'm thinking we're going to get a penalty or something stupid that way. But it didn't happen. But he was truly excited about it. He made a big play, touched the ball for the first time, and he's out the gate, gets a touchdown. And the guys were over there, giving him a hard time about one touchdown and all that, and which is awesome. That's the fun part of the game, just seeing those guys, like I said, get a chance to go out there and make plays like that. So for a guy like Steph, that opportunity gives him a taste, gets him more excited, and then you fully expect the guy's going to come out and be even better in practice and be more competitive and not settle into his role, just, hey, this is what I got to do, but I still want to keep battling for an opportunity for more plays like that, because he showed he's capable tonight of making them.
You look at Rob. It seemed like he went out of last game early, but got some early work in tonight, and I don't know if he checked out or whatnot. But I mean, yeah, I guess how's he, and what'd you think of his performance tonight? He looked, especially that he had that run where it could have been a loss of 3, and he turned it into a 28-yard gain.
Yeah, I thought Rob was solid tonight. He came out really based off the score more than anything, getting George in there. So. Well, he had 6 carries. George had 6 carries, right? Van Buren probably wanted to get him a little bit more. And then we got a chance to get Danny Smith in there, which he hasn't had a chance to do that. So that was really the focus. I wanted to get Danny, and I wanted him to get some reps, and wanted to see him get a chance to get in there and just play a little bit. He's been battling. He's coming off an injury. He's healthy. He's feeling good. He just hasn't had a chance to play with those 3 guys in front of him, so let's go see what he's got. And we got a chance to see a little bit of that tonight, because you never know. You got to have all these guys ready. We're down and back. that we thought we'd have going into this season. So he has to be ready to go if something happens to one of these other guys.
You guys started the year with all 5 offensive linemen back. Fast forward 3 weeks, you're kind of putting it together.
Sure.
2 freshmen today. What are kind of the challenges of making this on the fly, and how do you feel like they're doing so far?
Well, we made it early in the week, so we've had time to prepare. And again, we recruited these guys to play. But that's always, you guys at the beginning of the year were talking about the potential of a group or O-line, D-line combination. Few guys at wide receiver, whatever it is, and guys get dinged up and they're not out there. And that's part of football, right? Things happen. And not having Ezra out there, you got John Molchon playing left tackle. You got a new left guard. You've got a new right tackle. And, that's not a combination that we've ever worked until this week. We didn't have those guys in those positions before. So I thought they handled it well. We did a good job. We rushed the ball. We ran the ball well. And then, the protection piece and all that, still, we talked about that. That's got to improve. But getting those guys out there to play, I thought Kay Connie, he was excited. And Garrett Curran, it was really, I hit him up with a text, and it's like, it's time to go. Because we can't keep moving John Molchon around to every position and trying to make him the one guy because he's a senior, right? That can do it all. Next guy is going to be Eric Cavedo. What do we do with him? Start moving him all over the place. And hopefully we get Ezra back, and we'll see where John Ojukwu at. If he'll be ready to play by then in this next game. But if not, Curran got experience. Hopefully Ezra's back out there, and we can move Molchon probably around again somewhere and figure out who that guard is. But having a guy like John Molchon, he gives us the freedom to do that. And that's the one thing about him. He's a team captain, and hey, you're going to play the left guard, you're going to play right tackle, you're going to play left tackle. And he's like, whatever, just tell me what I'm going to do this week, and I'll get it figured out. And that's what he does.
Kind of flipping the page quickly to Air Force, having one less day to prepare for them than a normal week. What's the challenge like there? And obviously seeing they beat a Pac-12 team today probably kind of gets your attention.
Oh, no doubt. Yeah, they've always get our attention. Air Force for us, that's always been, since I've been here, every single year. We spend time in the spring on them. We spend time in the summer on them. We spend time in fall camp on them. So now we got to go back and just recall all that time we've already spent and do it. And we knew this was going to be a short week playing Air Force too, which is not ideal. If you're going to have a short week, don't have a short week against Air Force. And I think that's, like you saw today, I don't know what happened. I didn't watch the game, but I saw the score of the Colorado game, and they go into Colorado and beat them. It's a Pac-12 team, right? That's a pretty good crew right there. So, we'll watch the film, and then we'll go on to our game plan and get ready. And I know they're good. We played them last year, and we scored a lot of points, and they scored quite a few points too in that game. So to me, their quarterback, their offense, those guys, I got to look at the roster and all that, but I know they got firepower. And then defensively, I don't know what they're doing this year that way, but I know what they've done in the past and how we prepared for them. So what are they going to do differently? That's something that we got to get ready for. And one less day, we got to get onto our stuff, and so we'll do it tomorrow, and we'll probably change up a little bit of how we practice on Sunday so we can get ready for Air Force.
But Chase in, it was only 28-10 at that point. Obviously, went down and scored a touchdown. Were you intending for him to be in for a while at that point, or did that touchdown kind of give you the freedom to leave him out there for a little bit longer?
No, I was going to leave him in. Yeah, I was going to leave him in. And again, it was the right time to play him. And I think not only because of the game, but also because of the time now that he's had to get himself ready. When he ran it in early in the game for the touchdown, he looked good. And so I think you can just sometimes there's a little sense to that too, where it's like this guy's feeling good and he's a good player, and we're in a position where we're winning. We can get him in the game, and I thought some good things would happen. I didn't know we were going to throw that great of a ball and score, but I thought we could move the ball down the field and get ourselves in position to score a touchdown or run it in or whatever, and he took advantage of it. So, yeah, we weren't going to take him out at that point. We talked about it, and Coach Hill and I, and it's like, let's get Chase going, and that's exactly what we wanted to do.
I've just got one more about Curtis. I mean, we hear him about, he's a jokester and all that stuff, and people can handle success differently. He was sitting up here and we kept asking him about his 4 sacks, and he kept bringing up Grandpa Moa, and I mean he did everything that he could do to basically not talk about his own historic effort tonight. So how impressed are you with his development and I guess his humbleness as well?
Yeah, well, that's Curtis's part of his growth, and I think anybody that has success like he's had, you stay humble and hungry, because why are you having it? And I think guys that around here, and not just him, but guys that have had success and all that, just stay focused on what got you there. And to me, as a player, you don't want that to go away. He wants to have 4 more sacks in the game, right, or 5 sacks or more. So what he did tonight, he prepared to do that. And now if he doesn't prepare himself to do that again next week and focuses on other things, then it probably won't happen. And Curtis is really smart. That's the one thing. He is very smart. He is a very smart football player. He's a very smart person. He gets it. He has fun and all that, but that dude is extremely bright. And I think there's a time and place to talk about accomplishments, and then there's also a time and place to not talk about accomplishments. And right now, he's in that place where he's focused. He knows what he wants to do. He knows how he wants to prepare. And I think that's been the best part, just his growth, his personal growth and development, is he's been able to do that, which he continues to stay humble and hungry. And a guy like that with his caliber of ability, then, hopefully good things keep happening.